Hello everybody and welcome back to the Gacha News segment on the 5-9 Gaming channel. I'm your co-host Sly, the #1 Assault Mode fan. If you guys enjoyed the news and the other content on the channel, please be sure to like the video, hit the sub button, and turn on the notification bell to stay up to date with all things 5-9 Gaming. Without further ado, let's get right into the swing of things. We aren't going to waste any time this week and we're going to rip the band-aid right off. Assault Mode Meliodas has been leaked for JP Grand Cross, and I have just one thing to say. Thank you for this wonderful Christmas gift. Assault Mode Meliodas has been the one unit I have been waiting just about a year for, and he has now been leaked. We know he will have summon tickets for his banner, so there will be special bundles in the shop to pick up if you so choose. 3 of his costume sets have also been data mined as well. 2 of them seem a bit off given the type of character he is, but the third one that looks like a fire vest looks very fitting. You can bet that I will be picking up all of his cosmetics as soon as I can. They also announced that Tower Trials is being reset, which means another 55 gens on top of 35 Super Awakening coins and many other amazing rewards. Just a quick reminder that the one Escanor and the new Elaine banners both end at the same time on the 23rd after maintenance, so you have just 1 week left to get them if you so choose. Christmas has started in Dragalia Lost as the Dragon Yule login bonus has begun. Unfortunately, the bonus does feel a bit lackluster, but the Gala Remix banner that was announced is a good balance. Dragon Yule Lily was announced for one of the 3 featured units of the banner, and she is something we've been asking for a year. She is a water staff unit, and that means she's a healer. Something water has been needing in its pool of units, no pun intended. Alongside being a water staff, Lily is a dual res unit, meaning she resists 2 afflictions the game can throw at you. She resists both stun and burn afflictions, perfect for Ayaha and Oroha, the Fire Agito event. The Agito fight can inflict both stun and burn to your adventurer, so Lily being resistant to both is a blessing. That allows you to have more freedom when picking out your worm prints for her, and not having to worry about needing to waste 2 prints that don't benefit you to have the infinity bonus for an affliction res. Her first skill heals all teammates and grants them the crystalline power effect for 30 seconds, while also buffing their strength by 15% for 60 seconds. The crystalline power effect grants over damage based on 40% of the user's strength, and this increased effect will not stack. Do note that the description for some units that have the over damage buff will have the description changed, however, the skill it is a part of will behave exactly the same as it did before. Her second skill will consume all Starfall strength stacks and grants the user the stupendous strength effect for 10 seconds. This will buff you and your teammates by up to 100% extra strength depending on how many stacks are consumed. This banner will also introduce Dragon Yule Victor, a Shadow Axe unit. He has a 100% resistance to being blinded, which works great in the Kaiyan Akito fight. His first skill deals damage to the target at any nearby enemies, and also dispels 1 buff from each. His second skill also deals damage to the target nearby enemies, and deals bonus damage to the enemies in buff zones created by the user or other adventurers. Overall, Lily is a fantastic unit you want to add to your roster, and Victor isn't so bad either. However, if you choose to skip the banner for something later down the line, that's an understandable choice, as in 2 weeks, we will be receiving a new Gala banner just in time for New Year's. Princess Connect RE Dive is now in soft launch. The game is not officially out, but in some countries, the game is available, such as the Philippines and Indonesia. Reading tweets from a friend who does have access to the game, the best unit to re-roll for is Mikado, seeing as she is the best physical debuffer and the most powerful PvE unit. According to the game's pre-registration website, they have already hit the 100k pre-registers milestone. Their end goal is to have 200,000 pre-registrations, so if you have interest in the game and want to help hit that milestone, you can pre-register on the App Store and Google Play Store now. Poppin Games Japan announced on December 14th that the development of a new Dr. Stone Gacha game will be in development. The game will be a strategy-style game that will be filled with Dr. Stone elements such as collecting materials to craft scientific items and fierce battles with original characters from the game. The official title and details of the game are yet to be announced, however, we do have an original illustration that was revealed for the announcement. Shin Megami Tensei Liberation Dx2 is having a collab event with Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045. Let's have a look at that trailer for this collab event. The 2 new characters from Ghost in the Shell that will appear in Dx2 will be Monoko Kusanagi and Tachikoma. The event duration will take place from December 16th to December 28th. There will be a way to obtain the call-out characters for free, although they may not be the best. At least it will still be the character. The better version, if you want to say that, will be available through premium methods, aka summoning on the banner. Don't miss this chance to get the collab units if you play Dx2. And now over to my co-host Nolar for more news.
Thanks a lot, Sly. You're looking mighty fine on my shoulder. Marvel Realm of Champions has been released globally. The game is developed by Kabam Games. If you're not familiar with Kabam, they're the same studio and publishers of Marvel Contest of Champions. You see how familiar that name is? So they know how to milk a Marvel license. Look, I played Marvel Contest of Champions for a long time, probably 2.5 years plus, and those whales easily drop about 10,000 in a banner to get close to maxing out a unit. The gacha is rough. But enough of me being salty about past MCOC issues. Let's talk about Marvel Realm of Champions. It's essentially a 3v3 MOBA, which is a multiplayer online battle arena, where you can customize your own champion to how you see fit, and then test them out against other players around the world. The game takes place on a whole new world called Battle World. If you're familiar with the Marvel Comics, the Battle World is merged from dozens of fragments taken from many planets by the Beyonder. It's designed to provide an unfamiliar environment, which nevertheless allowed all contestants to use their powers to the fullest. So it's a perfect scenario to run for this game. In Marvel Realm of Champions, you can even join or create your own alliance to team up with other players to take on challenges Battle World has to offer. So go ahead and play the game as it's available on the iOS Store and the Google Play Store. Some more collaboration news. Overlord is doing a collab with Langrisser, which is coming out today, December 17th, if you're watching this as the video is released. A new and fun adventure is heading your way. Sorcerer King Ain's Old Gown, Guardian Overseer Albedo, Shaltir, Bloodfallen are set to descend upon the world of Langrisser. Japanese voiceover legends Satoshi Hino, Yumihara, Sumiro Uesaka will be the Master of Death, the Pure White Demon, and the True Vampire respectively. If you're looking for a good strategy RPG, look no further than Langrisser. Next up, we've got a new Tensura game, aka That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, from Hulani Game Limited, which has been released in China. Based on what I could tell, it's a grid-based RPG game similar to Illusion Connect and Brave 9, but it has a huge production quality to it, similar to levels of Netmarble's 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Let's take a look at it. As of right now, there's only a Chinese server, so let's hope there's some good traction to this game, so there might be a Japanese and or global release down the line. And some games that were supposed to be released this calendar year, but didn't. First off, Nier Reincarnation was supposed to be released in JP this month, but they've officially announced the release date to be early 2021. The gameplay and animations look solid, so it's unfortunate they delayed the release. Another game that was slated to be released this year was the new Demon Slayer Gacha, with no official title. Technically, there's still 14 days left for it to be released, but with little to no information, it seems unlikely they'll meet their target deadline. Potentially, Jump Festa this weekend could drop more information and a release date, but with smart business tactics in mind, it would be stupid to not have any marketing to hype your release. So to me, this Demon Slayer Gacha is more than likely going to be pushed to 2021, where they can give a full, proper support and marketing upon release. Last but not least, let's talk about the shutdowns of gachas for this year. First up is Nexon's Overhit. While it's a beautifully looking game, Nexon made their usual boneheaded mistakes. Reduced rates on global, changing the banner structure and pity systems on global, ridiculous monetization methods, etc, etc. If you're a seasoned gacha player, you should know to avoid Nexon like the plague, because all their games shut down fairly quick. This year alone, there's been Overhit Global, JP Overhit, Korea Overhit, Spirit Wish, and Lin the Lightbringer. And lastly, we have Aurora Legends, which was announced to shut down on December 25th. It was probably the most free-to-play idle game, which was fun in the beginning, but clearly people have fallen off to the point where the game is now shut down. And that's it for this week's Gacha News on the 5-9 Gaming Network. I'm your co-host Nolar, and on behalf of myself, Sly, and the rest of the 5-9 Gaming crew, we hope all of you have a wonderful holiday season.